Welcome back to our dollhouse. I'm Miss. Today is PSR Friday. We wear pink, we do spa, we read a book I recommend. So come along and let's do our slumber party, block party. Grab your pink champagne and today's reading will be on Nic and Olandria. I believe they're from Love Islands. And the tarot deck that I'm going to be using is the Mu Sigma Zeta virtual tarot deck. Let's get into their reading. First, we're going to be starting with Landria. I believe she's a Gemini. So let's get into her reading. The tarot cards that I've pulled is the Whirl, the Death, and the Hangman. Let's get into her reading. Okay, so what I'm picking up with this, with when it comes to her feelings for Nic, is that she could be a little bitchy, she could be a little cold, secretive, also very creative, a deep feeling that she may be brewing about him. If they are not intimate yet, Nic is he's he's very patient, but if they are intimate, he is a giver. And you know what I mean when I say that. He's very much a giver. And I also feel like she had this 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 blockage that is constantly still being up for some reason. I think she deep down desired to be with a black man. Um, but she's also trying to think practical of her opportunities to be with this man being Nic. If they do decide to be intimate, if they already haven't, I believe that he is what I'm picking up, that he is well and down, or he makes her as he makes her nut. Sorry, this is gonna be like a really X-rated. And he enjoys their time and a lot of cuddling, a lot of romance. Like he's not just like, oh, wham bam, and then that's it. It's like the leading up to it. It's very deep with him. No pun intended. What I'm picking up with these main three cards on her, like overall with her career, is that maybe in the past she's had a lot of doors closed in her face, or she allowed people to play with her, or to say like, oh well, yeah, you'll be okay for this role, or you'll be okay for that. I don't know if she wanted to be a model or she wanted to do acting or some sort, and it never aligned with her. I do feel like doors of opportunity, since the Royal card, I do feel like doors of opportunity is going to be opening up a little bit more. Um, I do feel like she might have to take new approach and new opportunities. Maybe some opportunities that she'll be kind of be like, I don't know if I really want to do that. I don't really know. I don't know if it's on brand for me. But she just have to like push through. She's gonna have to. She's gonna have to be open. Now, I'm also picking up that there could be scandals that may come through. Maybe a tape, maybe a love tape, maybe of old relationships on either end, maybe on her end or on Nick end. I also am getting a sense that she could have been betrayed or hurt in the past, or if they don't be careful, someone brewing of the past trying to come around to hurt both of them and try to expose. I'm getting a vibe of someone trying to expose them. I do feel like on production, that production was like, hey, well, Sierra's gone. I keep on hearing this name, Sierra is gone. So let's see what it could go with this one. You know what I mean? This one being Orlandria. I'm also getting a sense of Orlando. I don't know why her name sound like Orlandria, sound like Orlando. I believe he's from Florida. So maybe relocation. I don't know if they're talking about relocation, but I'm getting a sense of like relocation. I want to live here. I know I want to live here. And they have to really try to come together because it's like, yeah. Also, I'm getting a vibe of her just like, she gotta let go. If she genuinely wants to be in a relationship with this guy, she genuinely have to let go. You know, she have to, the hangman is all about like being in limbo. You have to let go, my dear. You have to let go. It's a cycle of new beginnings, even in her career, even in her romance with Nick. She have to let go. She have to be open. She have to let down that guard. Cut that cord and just let down that guard and just allow the universe to allow you to fly. Um, with the oh wow, I'm getting a vision of a tarot, like the tower. So they have to be very, very careful because people are definitely after these two. So moving on to Nick Tarot card. These are the tarot cards that I pulled. The Emperor, the Lovers, and the Strength card. Now let's go into Nick's reading. So right off the bat, while looking at Nick's spread of the tarot cards from the Mu Sigma Zeta tarot deck, virtual tarot deck, I noticed that everything looked very white and very clean and like ivory and beige and gold. So in his world, it's like, and then notice the woman of the strength. So in his world, it's very like clean cut, very like very white boy. So even if he have like different admixtures, you know, in his bloodline, it's very ivory, it's very white. There's gold. So I feel like he's also driven, maybe gold is his favorite color or one of his favorite colors. So he's also driven by wealth. And I noticed a woman, this woman, and she's like a very dark melanated woman, and giving her a lot of encouragement. I believe he's the lion, and he's giving her a lot of encouragement. I feel like he's probably telling Lorandria, Olandria, forgive me if I'm pronouncing her name incorrectly, but he's probably telling her to keep your strength and maybe even stay away from social media and stuff of that nature. So he's very loving, he's very kind. He wants to build this bond. He wants to find a way to be able to protect her and be a protector. You know, he doesn't want anybody. I'm here. I don't want nobody to hurt my baby. That's what he's saying. That's how he feels. He wants to be a protector. Um, like a strong bond. This relationship had potential to really grow and blossom into something, but it required both of their strength, their inner strength, their internal desire for one another, the stability. You know, they need to have responsibility for each other, like care about each other's feeling. It's like they need to have a deep connection. Choose the relationship over the naysayers, and they need to strengthen their foundation. Otherwise, this relationship will not last. They need to navigate what they want out of this relationship because challenges will come up. A lot of challenges. Like I've said with Lorandria reading, there might be scandals. So there will be challenges that's coming up. They have to find a common ground to build a solid bond with each other, is what I'm hearing. Also, the feelings that I feel like Nick have for her is he likes her dark skin. um, I don't know. I think a lot of people may feel like he doesn't, or what it may be. And if you guys probably have seen some of my shorts, you guys make it seem like, oh, I'm saying this or that. Let's be completely honest. We know that Caucasian males are very strategic, and they have to be strategic when choosing any group of women outside of their racial makeup. including those of us who have biracial admixture, or those of us who are mixed race or even biracial. He have to be strategic in a way. We know when Caucasian males choose black women who have a darker complexion, he have to maintain his way into um, staying in white society. If you look at these cards, they're very white-ish. And then you have that one dark-skinned black woman. So let's not sit here and pretend that he is not a strategic Caucasian male like every other Caucasian male. He have to understand, just like every other Caucasian man, if you are not strategic when you choose a dark-skinned black woman, unlike the light-skinned black woman or the biracial black woman or the mixed race black woman, it is going to be a completely different territory. When you choose a darker skinned black woman, you have to choose one that you can elevate revenue with, because you may not get your desire blonde hair, blue eye, white adjacent 3D biracial child with the darkest skinned black woman than you would get with someone who's already mixed race that could keep you still in whiteness. Listen, it's a lot of politics in this. It's a lot of social climbing into this. It's a lot of things, okay? And if you guys have never been in, if you guys don't date exclusively in the IR community, then you will never understand where I'm coming from and what I'm talking about. When you date exclusively a WP, meaning a white male partner, when you date exclusively a WP, you will understand exactly what I'm saying, okay? So this is not just biasness of what I'm saying. I'm completely breaking down social construct, okay? All the way back to um the the Quarun ball. If you know anything about the Quarun ball and all that stuff and more, then you understand where I'm coming from. So I don't know if she have any island roots or Creole roots in her. I don't know if he have any French roots or something like that in him. So maybe he knows a little bit about this as well. Through anyways, I don't want to go too far off. But he do like her dark skin. Um, he likes her confidence. He likes her independence. He likes the fact that she have a lot of, I believe she have a lot of social media followers. It's like he wants to celebrate her. He respects her, but there's a disharmony there for some reason. I feel like he's rushing into this too. He wants a partnership with her, but there's like an outside party that I'm keep on hearing. The number three keeps coming up. Communication. Maybe they need to communicate more. He wants to take on a leadership and stability. He can be a little cold. He wants to be mature. He can be a little bit manipulative, you know? Maybe she balanced him off, in some way. I feel like even that kiss at Disney World, everything is so orchestrated and so planned. And so that's where the manipulation comes in. So if they really want this to work on both ends, they just have to make it flow. Don't do anything for show is what I'm picking up, okay? Uh, what else? I'm also getting, as for Nicholas' career, I feel like they strategize to be together. The bigger picture is that they both want wealth. Um, somebody could be a Gemini. I think Nick is a Pisces. I'm not quite sure, but the Gemini or a Taurus. There, I'm picking up Gemini or a Taurus. Not necessarily from Nick, not necessarily from Orlandria, but there's a Gemini or a Taurus somewhere in here. Could be them. Could be they have that in their chart, or it could be someone, a Gemini or a Taurus, whether good or bad. I feel like a lot of naive, a lot of manipulation. Something about background and losing out on finance and opportunity. thinking. A person is like an impulse thinking, a new relationship. This is a new relationship, but is there another relationship that's brewing or want to explore? I'm not quite sure. I feel like that I'm not quite sure if there's another relationship that's trying to brew. A secret relationship, maybe someone's secretly feeling some other way. They don't know how the other person really feel about the relationship is what I'm picking up on Nick. And like, is she really all in? Like, does she know I care or something? Is it someone else? They were told to get together for fame and fortune. This is like a business collaboration, is what I'm feeling. I keep on picking up a scandal, a sorry, scandal, a love tape, some exposure. Someone's gonna have to put themselves first. There's gonna be betrayal. There's a difference of decision need to be made. Fame. I keep on hearing fame, fame, fame. Traveling to Dubai, modeling deals, horseback riding, etc. Events. So they're going to be on a lot of events, going to a lot of TV shows, baseball games, just a lot of appearance. And you're going to just see that on the blogs. It's going to hit the blogs like, oh, they're here. Yeah, that's all orchestrated. Something about the relationship is different. And that kiss that they did at Disney, there's going to be a lot more kisses and it's just all orchestrated. Orlandria, she finds him sexy. She do finds him to be sexy. And he likes her too. He likes her when I'm picking up the chocolatey skin. There could be a proposal or marriage, possibly for money. I'm picking up maybe even a reality show. Someone is in the middle. A possible reality show, but there's someone is in the middle, possibly trying to orchestrate this reality show. Or if not reality show, maybe they could do vlogging of some sort, but that's what I'm picking up heavily. Now moving on to Nick and Lorandria's charms. I pull the typewriter, the baby, and studio lights. So the typewriter. I was envisioning more so black typewriter, but because this typewriter is pink, it's saying a lot with like feminine energy. So it's going to be driven more so on Lorandria, like a lot of it's going to be very driven to a lot of like girls, like I'm thinking if there's a reality show or something dealing with like a script or even a vlog, it's going to be driven more so by her. And if she's jumping on board and allowing this to go through. I also picking up that like maybe production or something. If it's a reality show, it's like there's a hole up of some sort. But if it's a vlog, it could possibly go through a little bit more, but it's still it's still with a driven by Lorandria because the typewriter is pink instead of black, which would be like a neutral color for both of them, but it's really driven by her. So depending if she says yes, depending if she wants to, like, I feel like she had to be the driven force to make this be a yes. And if it's a reality show, it's some feminine energy that is going to be the driven force for this to be a green light, a yes. Baby. We're gonna move on to the baby charm. So the baby is like it's an ivory and white. So something very pure. Could there be talks of a child? Possibly. Or maybe there's clips going around where they had to be like a parent for a day with like one of those like play dolls. So I don't know if that keeps on being played back in her mind or a show idea or something of that nature, but the baby doll, baby, maybe possible proposal. Also, the light, uh, the studio light. They could be on set, they could be doing acting, they could be reading script, maybe on shows, modeling, or they could just possibly have their own vlogging, is what I'm picking up as well. So this has been the reading for Nick and Larandria. Until next time, bye. Feel free to drop your comments down below in our dollhouse mailbox. If you have another house meeting topic that you would like us to go over, or you enjoy this house meeting topic and you want to add to it by just leaving a comment, feel free to do just that by dropping your comments down below in our dollhouse mailbox. Before we close this house meeting, may we all please stand to recite our daily affirmation. We are worthy sisterhood of Mu Sigma Zeta. We stand proudly in the IR community. We receive abundance daily. We are irresistibly desirable always. We love outwards and receive love inwards. We do not decenter from men. However, strategize to get ring on finger from them. We receive all universe blessings. Our swirler pretty privilege. Open all possible doors. So it be. Say I. Sling, 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 sling. And remember, they're pretty too. But we're swirler pretty. Like and subscribe. Later, Slayers.